In the darkness of the relentless battle on the Eastern Front, soldiers of the 148th Separate Artillery Brigade in Zhytomyr of the 8th Corps of the Armed Forces of Ukraine once again demonstrated their resilience and tactical acumen. Through the eyes of reconnaissance and surprise attack drones, they destroyed enemy positions one by one with deadly precision. A Russian military vehicle was seen speeding away, but the drone operator calmly locked onto its target. A powerful explosion sent flames and thick black smoke into the air. The panicked vehicle crew was seen trying to jump out of the way, seemingly welcoming the drone with open arms in desperation. Dust and debris flew, signaling the end of the enemy's mechanical threat in the sector. From a height, the FPV drone glided at high speed across the dusty terrain littered with ruts and debris. Without delay, the drone locked onto a hidden position among the trees and bushes. Suddenly, a massive explosion rocked the area, a yellow-orange fireball rising high, accompanied by thick black and white smoke billowing into the sky. A confirmation text appears. Result: 2 A-65 destroyed, ammunition depot. Secondary explosions are visible, confirming that the drone has triggered a chain of detonations from enemy heavy ammunition. The rumbling echoes far away, leaving a black crater and burning debris. At the same time, thermal imagery and drone vision show faint movement in the devastated terrain, the target perfectly locked. The precision blast hits the center of the position, sending dirt, debris, and potential casualties flying in all directions. Enemies hiding in trenches or behind cover are left with no shelter. In the fourth attack, the drone hovers over a dirt road and open area, where several enemy vehicles and equipment are seen clustered. A series of artillery and drone hits follow, destroying both moving and stationary targets. Smoke billows from several points simultaneously, demonstrating effective fire coordination between the drone and artillery units. The footage shifts to the interior of a ruined building with a mangled wooden roof as the drone penetrates deeper, revealing the complete destruction of the structure. Then, an external strike hits a nearby open area, generating a large cloud of dust and smoke. The enemy position, once used as shelter, is now reduced to useless rubble. Shortly after, a massive explosion ripped through the grassy and tree-lined area, billowing a thick cloud of black smoke, obscuring the sky. A drone camera captured the moment the ground seemed to split open from the force of the blast. Another attack followed, destroying a nearby secondary target. The psychological effect immense. The remaining enemy must have felt a shudder of fear with each impact. The culmination of the operation was the destruction of an enemy D-20 howitzer. The final explosion lit up the field, followed by the confirmation: D-20 howitzer destroyed. The logo of a white eagle with crossed hammers appeared as the finale, a symbol of the brigade's pride. The 148th Zhytomyr Separate Artillery Brigade once again proved its dominance in the drone and artillery battlefield. Each attack was not just about material destruction, but a devastating blow to the enemy's morale and combat capability. Those lost in position, as the original narrative put it, were now increasingly aware that the sky above them was no longer theirs. Currently, Ukrainian drone operators from the Unmanned Systems Forces have carried out another series of precision strikes against key Russian military assets, targeting air defense systems, communications infrastructure, and fuel storage facilities in both temporarily occupied Ukrainian territory and inside Russia. According to the report, Ukrainian strike UAVs successfully destroyed Russian Tor M2 air defense system in the temporarily occupied part of the Zaporizhzhia region. The Tor M2 is considered one of Russia's primary short-range air defense assets, designed to intercept drones, guided bombs, cruise missiles, and aircraft at low and medium altitudes. In a separate strike, Ukrainian forces reportedly hit the Tu K-22 Tunguska system in Russia's Bryansk Oblast. Tunguska unit combines rapid-fire cannons with surface-to-air missiles and is intended to provide close-range protection for mechanized units. Its destruction highlights Ukraine's continued effort to degrade Russian battlefield air defense coverage. Beyond the elimination of the two anti-aircraft systems, the operation also targeted Russian fuel depot and several communications nodes. Although exact locations were not disclosed, such strikes are aimed at disrupting logistics, command coordination, and the ability of Russian forces to maintain operational tempo near the front line. As previously reported, Ukrainian forces carried out a series of coordinated strikes overnight on May 7th, targeting Russian naval, command, logistical, and troop concentration assets across several temporarily occupied regions and deep inside Russian territory. Among the most notable targets was the Project 22,800 Karakurt small missile ship stationed at the Caspian Naval Base in Kaspiask, Dagestan. At the same time, despite a high-profile humanitarian ceasefire brokered for May 9th to 11th, the Ukrainian General Staff reported 147 combat engagements on the truce's opening day. Russian forces reportedly launched over 7,000 kamikaze drones and conducted 2,000 shelling attacks, resulting in civilian deaths in the Kharkiv and Dnipropetrovsk regions. Combat was most intense in the Pokrovsk and Kupiansk directions, while Ukrainian forces reported the neutralization of 840 Russian soldiers and 75 artillery systems amid the ongoing violations. The Ukrainian General Staff reported 147 combat engagements on the first day of the May ceasefire. Russian forces used more than 7,000 kamikaze drones and carried out over 2,000 shelling attacks on Ukrainian settlements and positions of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU. On May 8th, President Volodymyr Zelensky announced an agreed ceasefire for the period from May 9th to 11th, though the ceasefire was breached by Russia on the first day. Russian forces attacked AFU positions in several sectors and carried out deadly drone strikes across Ukraine, resulting in civilian casualties in the Kharkiv and Dnipropetrovsk regions. In the North Slobozhansky direction and near Kursk, Russian forces shelled Ukrainian settlements and troop positions. Russian attacks on Ukrainian positions also took place in the following directions: Kupiansk, Liman, Sloviansk, Kramatorsk, Kostyantinivka, Pokrovsk, Oleksandrivsk, and Hulyai-Pole. According to the Ukrainian General Staff, 840 Russian soldiers were neutralized, along with several pieces of Russian military equipment, including 75 artillery systems. Russian forces are increasingly relying on infiltration tactics, small unit incursions into contested gray zones, rather than securing and holding territory. These operations can create the appearance of progress, but often leave areas outside firm Russian control. ISW estimates Russia infiltrated or claimed up to 1,716 square kilometers over the past 6 months, but firmly held significantly less. Analysts say the tactic helps Moscow sustain a narrative of continued advances while masking battle.
По левую сторону. Нахуй, пидорасы!